Hello my beautiful people, join me, let's make egusi soup together. So before recording this video, I already had my proteins done. So I had my boiled beef, it's just assorted meat. Then I had my gizzard, which I had air fry. I had my crayfish. Then I've got my blended egusi. I had to blend it with all my peppers, red bell peppers, all the peppers, the red peppers you can think of. So I just blended everything together. There I had my vegetable already. I can't remember which vegetable I'm actually using because I had a lot of vegetables in my freezer, so I just brought that one out. So I don't know which of them I am using, so that I know it's vegetable I'm cooking. So then I also had my mackerel. I had my sliced onion, garlic and ginger paste. I had my potatoes that was cooking already. So the first thing I needed to do was to add my blended egusi into my pot. So when making your egusi, you can actually blend your peppers separately, then fry it before adding your egusi. But for me, I didn't just really bother because my peppers is not sour or anything. So I just blended it with my egusi and I just cook everything together. So after adding my egusi into my pot, I just went ahead, added some Knorr seasoning, then add white pepper into my egusi. So then I went ahead again and added some garlic and ginger paste. So I just added a spoon of it, not too much. So after adding that, I'll just stir everything together to make sure everything is nicely combined together. So after doing that, then I will just cover my pot to let it cook for 5 to 7 minutes before getting back again to eat. Just cover my pot, then we'll come back to eat later. So yeah, it's been almost 7 minutes and our egusi has been cooking nicely. As you can see from the video, the water is almost dry. So I just go ahead again and stir everything together. Then I'll be adding my protein. So first I added my assorted beef that I've cooked already. So I just added everything together with the beef broth that I used in cooking. So I just added it, and that's what I'll be using to cook my egusi because it doesn't require a lot of water. So I've got different methods of cooking egusi, but this one I just prefer this one today. So after adding my assorted beef that I'd cooked, I went ahead and added my air fried gizzard. So I had gizzard that I'd air fried. So I just added everything into my egusi mix, then stir everything again together to make sure it's nicely combined. Then I will cover my pot again and let it cook for 5 to 7 minutes before coming back to it. So at this point I'd already tested everything and my seasoning was okay. So cover my pot. It's been almost 7 minutes and my egusi is cooking okay. As you can see, it's almost ready. So I'll just stir again everything together to make sure it's not boiling underneath my pot. So after stirring everything together, I'll just go ahead and add my washed vegetable. Yeah, I'll just add my vegetable, everything into my pot. Then I'll stir everything together. Just stir everything to make sure my vegetable is nicely mixed with the egusi. So I'm just stirring everything, make sure it's nicely mixed together. So after stirring everything and it's okay, I'll just go ahead again to add my crayfish, my grounded crayfish. So I just added my crayfish. I'll still stir everything. Then lastly, for my protein, I went ahead again to add my smoked mackerel. So yeah, at this point, after adding my last protein, then I'll just stir everything, just stir them together. After stirring everything together and ensure it's properly mixed, I will go ahead to add some olive oil into my vegetable, because at this point I've not added any oil because I do not consume a lot of oil. So I always like to add my oil at the tail end, so I don't add too much of it. So I've added my olive oil, and remember I said I'd already tasted my seasoning and everything was fine. So at this point you can just test your seasoning to ensure that everything was okay. So, and if you feel like you needed to add something more, you can just add it at this point before you cover it again and let it simmer. So before covering that, I had to check my potatoes that was boiling on the other side. So I just covered my pot, let it cook for a few minutes, then I had to get back to it. As you can see, it's almost ready because you can see oil bubbling on top of it. So I'll just stir again everything, mix everything together. So the last ingredient I'll be adding will be my chopped onion. So for the onions, if you are someone who doesn't like onion, you can actually blend your onions with your peppers. You can actually blend your onions with your pepper, or you can actually fry your onions separately with oil. For me, I don't really mind because I like onions. I like the flavor it just gives into my food, and I like it when it's a little bit crunchy in my vegetables. So that's why I didn't bother to fry it first. So I just add it inside, and I'll cover my pot again, let everything simmer for 2 to 3 minutes, so my onions will be cooked. Then my vegetable will be ready. So I was just mixing everything together to make sure the onions is nicely mixed. I checked again my potatoes and it's cooking okay, and everything was ready with my potatoes. So I just had to turn off my gas. So I've added my onions. I'll just cover my pot and let it cook again, let it simmer for 2 to 3 minutes. And once my onion is ready, this is it, it's ready. I just got back to it, then stir everything together. You can see my vegetable is nicely cooked and ready to be enjoyed. So you can enjoy this either with some plantains, either ripe or unripe, cocoyams, sweet potatoes, just anything. Some people have it with rice, so it just depends on you. Some have it with fufu, so your choice. So I've just stirred everything together. It was okay. At this point it was ready and I wasn't hungry, so I just cover it up, and that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Bye bye. See you in my next video.